In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create a 50K per month Facebook group. This is how to set up a Facebook group that actually generates you $50,000 per month, every single month. And if you do it right, you can really use a system so you can predict this income coming in every month, and it will really create a great foundation for leads, for clients, and being able to generate business in a really efficient way. And the good thing with a Facebook group is actually at the beginning, you're going to implement a lot of the strategies yourself, right? But once you do that and you get it right, you can actually pay somebody to help you to run this Facebook group, because actually you've got it to work for yourself, and they can replicate what you're doing, and it becomes a super powerful way to leverage your time as well. Right? Now, you'll see on the slide here where it says, basically an overview of how this Facebook group works. So we use about 15 strategies to get about 10 to 50 people to join your Facebook group every single week. Now, there's 15 strategies, but I'll give you a couple. One of them is we post in other people's Facebook groups, and the people who like or comment on that, we actually message those people and thank them for liking our content and invite them to join our group, where we can give them even more value-based content to help them as well, right? So that's one thing. The other thing that I do is I actually have on my personal Facebook page, you'll see it if you go on my Facebook group, it's got the link to my Facebook group on my personal page, and people click on it there. Okay, so I'm doing that. I'm also doing some posts on my personal page saying that there is exclusive content that's only shared in my group, and I invite people to join, where I do these postcards. That's the type of post that I do on my Facebook page. I email people and ask people to join my group through my emails. I say, look, have you joined the group yet? So there's so many different things I'm doing. I'm using Instagram stories. I'm posting on other platforms, inviting people to my group on all different platforms. Now, I'm getting 10 to 50 to join this every single week, right? And then from there, if you do the right things, you can actually get about 6 to 12 book calls per week from doing that, which is pretty extraordinary. I'm going to break that down later. Then from that, those 6 to 12 book calls, you can actually get about 2 to 4 sales, every week just from the Facebook group, at a minimum of $1,500 if that's what your product was worth, right? Now, that's awesome to be able to do that. Now, there's certain elements of a 50K per month Facebook group, and you'll see this come up on the video as well, where there's actually shows you all the different elements of a 50K per month Facebook group. So here's the first element, is you need a niche specific group name. It can't just be, a group for people that want to be the best version of themselves. It can't just be a general group on how to feel good, right? Whatever it may be, how to be your best self. It's too general. You need a niche specific group name is the first thing, right? Ours is called the Coach's Corner. So specifically for coaches. The second thing is you need the right pre-entry questions. So there's 3 questions you can actually get people to answer, which they have to answer to join their group, join your group. And you don't approve them until they've answered those questions. I recommend you get their email. I recommend ask them what their goals are. And I recommend you ask them what is the top challenge that they're struggling with right now, so you can actually got something to work with and help them, right? So that's what I recommend that you do for those pre-entry questions. The next thing is you've got to have the right introduction process. That means when they join, I welcome every single person that joins every week, and there's a function in the group where you can actually see who's joined in the last week, and it brings up all the tags of their names, and you just welcome them every week or every 2 weeks. Or you have just one pinned post at the top, and you just tag people every week that join and welcome them in, right? That means they feel part of the community now. Then you need the right posting system. So I like to post 3 times a week in my group on average, 3 to 5 times. I do one post, it's a 1-sentence question. One question that we did on Monday was, what are you grateful for today? Right? That gets lots of engagement. It helps build community. Or I might say, what book are you reading right now? That helps build community. That's a 1-sentence question post. Another type of post that I do is actually just a value-based post where I solve the problems for coaches for free. I say the 5 top ways to get leads in right now for your business, or the 5 things to consider when getting clear on your niche. Whatever it may be, I'm solving the problem for free. Then the third type of post I generally like to do is what's called I drop an offer, an irresistible offer. I say, I'm starting a Facebook challenge. It's starting in 2 weeks. Who would like to join? Or I've got a masterclass coming up. Who would like to join that? Or who would like a free video on the 3 hacks I use to transform my self-confidence? Or who would like a free PDF on the top 10 ways to lose weight while eating everything that you want and not even exercising, right? So you need offer. Now, when they all say yes to that, you actually reach out to them, right? And you say, look, do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions before I give you this free piece of value content? They'll be like, yes. Then you ask them, can you tell me any other challenges you're struggling with? And what are your goals? Then they'll tell you, and then you say, look, I'd love to give you something else even more personalized. Do you mind if we jump on a call either sometime later today or tomorrow? I'd love to give you some more personalized content on that. Then you've got their phone number, now you're booking calls. Now, the community engagement. You've got to get community engagement is the next element. The way you do that is you comment back on every person that writes in this group. You let them post, you encourage them to post. You do these 1-sentence question posts, right? You celebrate people who have actually been the most active in the group, right? You do competitions in the group. There's all types of things you can do to get community engagement. You tell your story, that gets a lot of engagement as well. And then you post the right offers. So I talked about that before. You've got to post good offers in the group. 1 offer a week is amazing. I remember I posted 1 offer once. It was like, I said to my audience, who wants a free call on how to create an irresistible offer, I think it was, that your clients can't say no to, right? And people will throw their money at you, something like that. And I got 11 calls booked and 6 people bought, and that made like $30K for the business. Crazy, right? So a good offer can do that. And then you've got to have the right messaging and emailing system. So I message people that join, ask them for a free piece, if they want a free piece of content, if they want a free piece of value content from me. I also email everybody that joins. I offer them a free call because I get their email when they join. So these are all things that you can do right away with a Facebook group that would definitely help you. Emailing people, offering a free call that's actually targeted to solve the problems that they answered, right? You've got to keep an Excel sheet, by the way, of all their answers when they answer those pre-entry questions. That allows you to have something to work with as well, right? So hopefully you got a lot of value out of that. I included a lot of stuff that I charge people for. So I want you to go and make that happen and go out and blow up that Facebook group.